Hey everyone, welcome to the Captain Drone YouTube channel. This video is going to be pretty cool because I'm going to take this SH-60 RC naval helicopter and fly it over this water as I demo it to you. Now I know a lot of you are looking at the heli and saying that looks identical to the F09H that you reviewed several weeks ago. And you would be correct, but it's not the F09H. This is the Eachine version and it's called the E200 Pro. So now you're asking, what's the difference between the two? Well, as far as I can tell, there really is no difference other than possibly the price. So you have now two venues to go look for this thing to see which one you want to get at the better price. Now, if you haven't seen my full review of the F09H, here's a picture of it. It looks like that on YouTube. Go check it out. I'll put a link to it below because in that review, I go into high detail on this helicopter. For this flight, I'm just going to fly this one over the water because it's going to give you some pretty cool video, and I'm even going to fly it inverted. So you'll want to check this out. Here we go. So this is Canada in the spring, and every spring after the snow melts, our beach is destroyed. But we're gonna go fly anyways. This is the transmitter that comes with the E200 Pro. In this video, I'm gonna go through all the switches. So let me tell you what they are right now. Right here, this switch is to unlock the motors. You have to unlock the motors so they start spinning. This switch over here is to go from auto mode, which you want, that's all the sensors on, to manual mode. It turns off the sensors on the bottom and the GPS. Speaking of GPS, your GPS switch is over here. You can fly in GPS mode or optical flow mode. I'll fly in both. Plus you have your return to home over here. And finally over on this side, that's your autonomous features. You can do a circle or a figure eight just by switching this. So down here, this is lit up and you have some other features. You have 4 buttons down here. You have your takeoff and land button here. You have a button here for a camera. There's no camera on this one, so there's no start and stop the filming. Over here, you have your speeds, high and low. And up here, you have a mode button if you want to flip upside down. All right, let's go fly. So to get this going, first we get rid of all the beach sand and crap off the landing pad. Might be able to see it in my hat cam. I just power this on, press once, press a second time. You'll see a pile of green lights. And we're powered up. And when you put it down flat, it's going to stabilize itself. Just pull the props out. Now you have a choice. You can wait until it gets satellites if you want to fly in GPS mode, and it will tell you the number of satellites on the screen on your transmitter, or you could just fly it in optical flow mode. So while this is getting satellites, right now I'm up to 9 satellites. I'm going to go start up the DJI Mini 4 Pro drone, and it's going to circle me to get some extra video. Here we go. All right, Mini, you're going up.
Take off.
All right, so we should have the Mini circling me. It's out over the water, then it'll come back around and it just gets some cool video as I'm flying the heli. All right, I'm gonna flick this switch to the unlock mode, and I have this in optical flow mode, and I have this in auto mode, so we're all set to go. I just pull the joysticks down and out and the props will start, or the blades if we want to call them that. So we're gonna fly in optical flow mode first, going up. There we go. Of course, there is wind out here, but I'll just control it. Let's bring it down low to the beach sand. There we are. So in optical flow mode, it flies just like a drone. It hovers right there, and if you want to move it forwards, backwards, or anything, you can. So right now, with my right joystick, I'll go forward, over the water, and then back over to me, over this way. You can see the headlight up front. Cool little light. Watch out for my Mini as I go by. It looks pretty cool, I'll tell you. Head over the water again. If you're up in the sky, the water below won't bother it. Just don't come down low to the water in optical flow mode, or else the water will affect the optical flow. So there we go. So now we actually have a naval helicopter flying over the waters like a naval helicopter. So that looks pretty cool. There we are. Bring it back. All right, so my next mode is GPS mode. Spin it this way. It's doing quite well with the wind and optical flow. So there it is, optical flow. My Mini should get it. Next, I'm going to switch it into GPS mode. And as long as it's got the right satellites, it will fly normal. Here we go, GPS. There we go. So now it's in GPS mode. You'll know you're in GPS mode on the heli because on the very top of the heli, there's a big solid green light. So now in GPS mode, you could fly low to the water because it's not using the optical flow as much. Let me go over, I'll show you what I mean. It's probably not a good idea to fly this out in the wind like I'm doing, but this is what we do in the YouTube hobby. So here we go. So there we go. I can fly lower over the water. The GPS should not cause it to be bothered by the water at all. There we are. Flying around, doing circles. Looks pretty cool. And come on back to me. All right. Now you can have it do autonomous features. So here, let's bring it up and I'll make it do an autonomous one. I'm gonna make it do a circle. So I'll put it over here, right over here, facing me this way. All right, do a circle. The circle is gonna be a nose in circle. Here we go. Goes up to a certain height and goes over. And then it's going to not kill my Mini, which is down there, hopefully. And now it's going to do a circle nose in. Really fast, too, by the way. Fast, fast circle. Way out over the water. Coming back. There you go. So now if you want to stop that circle mode, you just put it in circle mode a second time. So I'll bring it back. And we're going to stop it right now. There we are. And now while it's up there, I'm going to do figure 8 mode. So I'll push it up and it's going to do a figure 8. Figure 8. So it goes out, does a circle. It has to come back to complete that circle, then do a second circle the opposite direction, and there it goes. And it will come back, complete that circle, and then do a circle in the opposite direction, and there it goes. Pretty cool. All right, so let's stop that by hitting figure 8 again. Bring it back to me, over here. In my very first video of this heli, I found it to be the most awesome looking RC helicopter on the planet, and I will say it's still the most awesome looking RC helicopter on the planet. Let's go see if I can fly it over to the Mini a little, over the water. There we are. I don't want to intersect and crash the two together, because that would make a huge crash over the water, but there we go. Now you do have speeds on here, so let me just show you the speeds really quick. All right, so I put the heli away out there, and I'm gonna do low speed, full speed coming right at me. Here we go. Low speed, full speed coming at me. Going, going, going. There we are. It's not bad, it's a pretty good speed. Beginners would love it, and now if I click the button, I can go in the high speed, and we'll go faster. There we go. A little faster. Not much faster, but a little faster. And put the brakes on now. As soon as you let go of the joysticks, it just stops in midair. All right, it's a bit breezy, but I'll show you inverted flight. To fly upside down, you have to have it in auto mode, GPS on. You're gonna fly up to about 10 meters. It will show you on the screen, 10 meters. You hit the mode button and then move this joystick here on the right and you'll flip it. Watch, I'll show you. Let me take it out so you can see it in my hat cam. Sorry, I gotta go way out there. I don't do the inverted flight because you really can't see it on the hat cam. You probably can't see it. It's a way up there, but I'm gonna invert it. It's pretty simple. Mode, here I go, hit the mode, flip. There we go, we're upside down. Can you see that? I'm flying upside down, invert it. There we are, and I will just flip it again. Mode, flip. And now back to normal. I don't know if you caught that last part or any of the cameras caught it, but while I was trying to film with this camera, I had to put the controller down, and guess what? It was low battery, so it auto landed in the water. It sunk out in the water. I had to go out and get it. Oh well. Luckily, I have some footage of the incident. You're gonna love this. So here I am filming, just as I mentioned, I'm filming the Blackhawk, and then suddenly I notice that it's starting to drop. I run for the remote, and it's too late. No! No, I didn't want that. It's a little drippy with water, but I think it's okay because in these helis, you don't have to worry about the brushless motors, the electronics up here or back here. They don't really care too much about water, but there is a receiver in here to connect to this that does care about water. And of course, you'll have your gyro and everything else. As long as those did not get soaking wet, then it should be okay. But there is water coming out. So if that happens to you and you dunk your heli in the water like I did, then what you would normally do is let it dry out. Let it all dry out and then go fly it again another day. It should be fine. But a lot of you are probably watching this video right now and saying, hey, how good is it? Would it still work after being dunked in the water, like right underwater? I don't know. Maybe I'll put a battery in and try it. First, I have to get all the water off my landing pad. I've got a new battery in it. Click it in, and I just want to see if it even starts up or gets the satellites. Oh, I got green lights. Whoa, 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 whoa. That's not right. Turn that off. Okay, so that answers the question. Let it dry out first before you power it on, because yeah, it definitely has a short in it with the water. So I'll have to let it dry out at home and then try it again another day.
So I did just that. I let it dry out for 24 hours, then took it in my backyard, powered everything on, and guess what? It flew just like the day I received it. This is the case your heli comes in, and I must admit it's a pretty nice case. Opening the case, you'll find your heli, your transmitter, your battery charger, and accessories. Oh, and let's not forget the user manual. Out of the case, your heli is pretty much fully assembled. One thing to note is that although you do receive a battery charger, if you already own an RC hobby charger, you can use that instead because you do get an XT30 plug plus a balance cable. Out of the box, the transmitter is already bound to the heli. Please note that you will need to provide 4 AA batteries to power the transmitter. Also, if you desire, you can attach the optional fueling pod. Included in the kit is an LED light which plugs into your battery. Other items include spare blades and a tail rotor. You also receive spare rubber tires because the tires on the heli do fall off occasionally. And finally, you receive a bag of spare screws, a micro Phillips screwdriver, and an Allen key. Total weight of the heli with battery is 396 grams.
If you don't have one of these helicopters, then you really need to pick one up because they are the most awesome looking helicopters in flight. Super scaled, super detailed, really cool. And as I mentioned, this is the version from Eachine, which is the E200 Pro, which means that below this video, I will have a discount code for Banggood because Banggood sells Eachine products. And you can probably get this at a really good discounted price. So go check out the link below, see what the price is for you. And finally, I'd just like to say, if you enjoyed this video of me flying this over the water without crashing it, I thought that was pretty cool. Well, then please give this video a thumbs up. Ignore the part where I crashed it. That was just stupidity on my part. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll catch you in a future video with many more product reviews where I try not to destroy them. But until then, I say bye.